K-Pac-Manians, here's a little video for the math quiz for chapter 10. I'm gonna go through probably the first 10 or so questions here, then stop it and try to make this into like 2 videos, maybe 3. We'll see how things go, try to keep them short. So I'm gonna kind of rapid fire through some of this stuff, but these are the things that you missed on Zoom this morning. So the first question is, the blank of an object is how heavy the object is. Hopefully this is pretty easy for you. We know that that has got to be, it's not going to be capacity or length. It's definitely not Snickers, right? So that's going to be weight. So go ahead and fill in weight right there. And I'm going to click on the next question. Okay. Choose the best turn to finish this sentence. The blank of a container is the amount that the container can hold. So this, it's not weight, right? We've already done with that. It's not length because that's not holding anything, right? And it's not Skittles, although they are delicious, right? This is going to be capacity. So on there, just go ahead and click capacity and move on. So those two are some freebies for you. If I want to go from miles to yards, I got to know how many yards are in a mile. So please make sure that you always check your chart, right? Because your chart has all the conversions on it. And if I look at this and I go to mile and I go to yards, it's 1,760. So that's 1 mile. If I have 5, I'm going to multiply, right? So I'm going to take 1,760 and multiply that by 5, right? And that's all I've got to do, and then see which one of these it's going to match. It certainly isn't going to be this one. You can eliminate that right off the bat. 5 times 0, 0, 5 times 6, we get 30, right? 5 times 7, 35 plus my 3 is 38, right? And then 5 times 1 is 5 plus my 3, that's 8, right? So I know that I'm going to select 8,800, and then I'm going to go next. Hi. Okay. So for this one, I want to go from quarts to gallons, right? So it says 48 quarts equals how many gallons? So gallons are bigger, right? So I know that I need to divide to get fewer of them for the same amount of capacity. I just got to know how many quarts are in a gallon. Again, I check this if I don't remember, but hopefully you remember that quarts is the next largest one. There are 4 quarts, like 4 quarters in 1 gallon. And if I need to get fewer of them, I'm going to do division. And if you look at your chart, it'll say 1/4, right? To go from quarts to gallons, it'll say 1/4. And every time you see a fraction, you're going to divide. So you just take 48 and you divide that by 4. All right? So pick your answer for that one. I'm not going to do it for you. If you have trouble, come back to me and we'll talk about it. All right? So 48 divided by 4 is where I want to go there. Okay, next. We've got, there we go, tons. Hey, my kitty ran off with my eraser. All right, I got it. So if I want to go from tons to pounds, all right, so how many pounds are in 1 ton? 2,000, right? So I'm going to take 2,000 times 9, right? And what's great about this, like we've talked about before, is I just go, what's 9 times 2? That's 18. And then I add however many zeros, right? 1, 2, 3. And do I see that over here? Okay? Boom. Easy peasy. Hopefully that helps. Next. All right, so I've got 336 ounces is how many pounds? So pause this and see if you can figure out what it is and then come back to me. All right, we're back. So I need to know how many ounces are in a pound. So how many ounces are in a pound? 16, right? And I've got ounces, they're smaller, pounds are bigger. Pounds, I know I need fewer of them, so I'm going to definitely divide. And if I look again at my chart, if I go ounces to pounds, down here at the bottom, it's 1/16. So I'm going to divide by 16. So I've got to take 336 and divide that by 16. So here you might need a little bit of help. How many 16s can I take out of 33? I know I can take at least 1. Can I take 2? If I have no idea, I've got to guess at 5, and then I'm going to multiply. But I see 30 and 16. I think that's going to be about 2 of those. So I take 16 and I multiply it by 2, and I get 2 times 6 is 12. 2 times 1 is 2 plus 1 is 3. So I know that's going to go in there 32. And then I subtract. And how many 16s can I get from 16? That, of course, is just the 1, right? And I end up with 0. And then do I have 21 pounds over here? And check that out. Okay? So moving on to the next problem. I think we'll squeeze one more in here, and then I'll give it a little bit of a pause. Actually, that's probably good. I'm going to pause right there.